friends, my name is Chanchal Agarwal and today we are going to discuss insertion at the required position in array. First of all, we will see that what is insertion. Insertion means if we have this array and we want to insert a new value, suppose I am taking the new value in a variable, that is item. So if we want to insert a new value in the existing array, so that is what insertion operation in the array. Now I have to insert at the required position. Required position means the position on which user want to insert that value. Suppose user want to insert this value at position number 3, so that is what insertion at the required position. What is the logic behind this? Suppose user want to insert this value 18 at this position, at third position. Okay, so user will enter the position 3, but according to the array the position is 2. So if user will enter position is equal to 3, so we will do position minus minus so that it can work according to array. So after this the position will be 2. Now what we will do, we have to insert this 18 at third position, first, second, and we want to insert this 18 at this position. Okay, so for this what we have to do, we have to shift all the elements right side. Okay, if we will shift this 5 here, let me make the array after shifting. Okay, if we will shift this 5 here, okay, and if we will shift 4 here, if we will shift 3 in the place of 4, so I have this position empty, then only I can insert 18 to this position. Now if this block is I, so next block is what? I plus 1. Okay, now is in the array shifting really occurs? No, in the array shifting never occurs. In the array there is always overlapping of the values. Suppose if we will shift 5 here, 5 will be placed here. Okay, and after that if we will shift 4 here, so this value 5 is overlapped by 4, then this value 3 is overlapped by, then this value 4 is overlapped by 3, and then we can insert the value because we have shifted, or we have this value 3 at the two places, so we can place this value 18 easily. So in array shifting never occurs. In array there is always overlapping of the values. Okay, so we will have our final array like this. Now we will see the program steps one by one. First of all, you will include all the header files, then you will start the main body in which you will do initialization of all the variables and array which you are using in your program. Suppose I am taking variable of 10 length. Okay, n is the number of elements which we have in the array, position is the position on which we want to insert the item, and item is the data value which we want to insert, a new value which we want to insert. Now first of all, if we want insertion in the array, so first of all we should have the existing array. Okay, so we should have the existing array, and I have initialized the length 10. Now I can enter up to 10 values. Okay, because the maximum size of the array I have declared 10, or I can enter maximum 10 values, or I can enter less than 10 values also. So now I will enter the size of the array, that is ampersand of n. Now I will enter the data elements. Enter the elements means when we will enter size, okay, we will enter size, so there will be an empty space. Okay, like there will be like this space. Now we will going to enter the values in this array. Okay, like 1 2 3 4 5 we will enter. So now we will enter array elements. Whenever we will talk about array, either it is entering the data values in array or printing the array or insertion in array or deletion in array, we always use a for loop, because we want to insert at consecutive memory location, that is for I is equal to 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 and then 4. So if we will run a for loop, so it will be a consecutive allocation of data elements. Okay, so from where this is the condition for starting, from where we are starting, this is the condition for termination, and this is the condition for increment and decrement. So we are starting this value from I is equal to 0. The first value which we want in our array is at I is equal to 0. So we will start this loop from I is equal to 0. Now till when we want the values, till 4. If n value is 5, so we have to enter 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 value. Okay, but the size is 5, so that means less than n. Less than n means 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so I will run this loop till less than n, then I will do an increment. Now by scanf we will take input from user %d. We have used %d here because this array is of integer type. Okay, so we will use %d here. Now whenever we write scanf, so we always write ampersand sign here. Okay, and then we will take all the values in the array. Now we will enter the item which is to be inserted. Now we have an existing array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will enter, suppose we are having this array and I want the value which we want to insert, a new value which we want to insert, that also we will take from user. So enter the item which is to be inserted, that will be in item. Okay, now enter the position on which you want to insert. Suppose you have this value 18 which you want to insert, but now the user will enter the position on which he or she wants to insert the value. Suppose I want to insert at position number 3, so enter the position you want to insert. If the user will enter position number 3, so according to the user position is 3, but according to the array position is 2, so we will do a decrement position minus minus here. Okay, this is position minus minus here, so that it can work according to the array. Now we will execute the now we will execute a loop for insertion in the array. Now in this loop, this is a starting condition. Okay, this is a termination condition, and this is increment and decrement. Now first of all you will have to understand that why we have written is equal to n minus 1 here. Okay, now from where if you want to insert the value, okay, if you want to insert any value, so from where you are starting shifting, from where you are starting shifting 1, suppose there is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, that is this is n minus 1. So the first value which you are shifting is at which place? N minus 1th place. So from here you are starting shifting now, so that value is at n minus 1th place. So you will start this loop, shifting loop. This is what? Shifting loop. So you will start this loop from n minus 1, because the first value which you are shifting is at position n minus 1. Okay, now this is the termination condition till when we are executing this loop. If you want to insert 18 at this position, okay, so how many values you are going to shift? You will first of all shift this 5, then you will shift this 4, then you will shift this 3. But when you will shift this 3, so this position will be empty, and then you can insert 18. You will not have to shift these values. Okay, so your loop will be terminated at this point, and this point is equal to position. This point is equal to position. So you will execute your loop till I greater than equal to position. Then if you will do, sorry, I have done increment here, it will be a decrement because we are executing a reverse loop, so that will be I minus minus, sorry, there will be I minus minus because we are doing executing in reverse direction. Okay, now what we are doing, as I have told you, if this is ith position, okay, so this is I plus 1th position, this the next value is I plus 1th position. So what we are doing, we are shifting a of I value in a of I plus 1. Okay, a of I value in a of I plus 1. So we are shifting a of I value in a of I plus 1. Now we will see one iteration of this loop. First of all, n value is 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, it will start from 4 and it will go up to position. Suppose I want to I have entered position number 3 and then I will do position minus minus, so that will position number 2, I minus minus. Okay, now I value is what, 4 right now, that is I plus 1 is equal to 5 and I value is 4 right now. So a of 4 will be shifted to a of 4, this is a of 4 and this is, of course, this is position number 5, so a of 4 will be shifted to a of 5. Okay, and after that I value will be decremented, that is I is equal to 3 and it will execute up to 2, then I minus minus, then a of 3 will be shifted to a of 4. Okay, a of 3 will be shifted to a of 4, then a of 2 will be shifted to a of 3, then we have this position empty. Now what we will do, we will place our item is what, item means 18 at a of position. Now we have copied this value to this position, as I have shown you there here, that 3 will be copied here. Okay, so we can simply place 18 value at this position. We will simply place the item value at a of position. After that what we will do, we will print the final array. Okay, we will start this loop from I is equal to 0. Why I have written I less than equal to n? Because earlier the array size was 0 to n minus 1, but we have inserted a new value into the array. Okay, so that's why the array size has been incremented, that is, first of all the array index were up to 4, but now we have inserted a new value and our new array is 1, 2, 18, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 index. Okay, that is equal to n. So that's why I have written, when I am printing the final array, that's why I have written equal to n here, and that I am doing I plus plus, then I am printing by printf the final array. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing, that this part is called as initialization. Okay, and this part in which we take all the inputs from user. Okay, up to this is taking input from user part. Okay, so the program is always, writing program is very easy. The program is always divided into 3 parts. First one is initialization, where we initialize all the variables. Then we will take all the inputs from the user, whatever is required in our program. So this is taking input from user part, and at last this is simply logic part. Okay, in the all array program you will have same initialization and taking input from user part, but you will have to work only on your logic part. Okay, if you like the video, so please click on like and subscribe button. Thank you friends.